Hello Leos and welcome. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Justina and I use Western astrology tropical zodiac, and these predictions are most accurate for the rising sign. However, you can also watch this for your sun sign or for your moon sign if you prefer. So welcome. Now the year 2022 is strongly focused on your public life, your career sphere, as this is where the eclipses will take place, the North Node eclipse, which is about the present, about the future, about where you're supposed to be heading. Now, Jupiter will be in Pisces until May the 10th, and then it will move into Aries until October the 28th, and then it will return back into Pisces until the end of the year. Mars will turn retrograde in Gemini at the end of the year, and we will have 3 retrogrades of Mercury. Well, there will be the 4th one as well on the 29th of December, but there will be 3 full retrogrades this year. Right, so without further ado, let's begin. Jupiter will be in your 8th house until May the 10th in Pisces. So Jupiter in the 8th house expands your desire for growth and development. Jupiter in the 8th house benefits anything to do connected to investments, money you earn through others. Jupiter in the 8th house stimulates your desire for expansion, stimulates your desire for growth and development. You might be involved in research studies. You might want to resolve any deep and profound matters, get to the root of any problem. Jupiter in the 8th house positively benefits your intimate life, your sex life. You might start a new relationship. You might be able to bond your energies with another on a deeper level. Here with Jupiter in the 8th house, you might also gain financially through others. You might join forces with another, form a new business partnership. Now, Jupiter will conjunct with Neptune on the 12th of April. And here, Jupiter and Neptune conjunction, this is a very big event of 2022. And this conjunction really positively influences anything to do with art, creativity, photography. So you might start a new hobby, you might start new interests, you might start new projects, you might get involved in anything connected to these industries. And generally your creativity, your imagination is really stimulated around this time. Something to really pay attention to with Jupiter and Neptune conjunction here is depending on how you feel, depending on your emotional state of mind, it's important not to fall into escapism, because that's the negative manifestation of this transit, escapism into alcohol, for instance, as a result of some troubling situations. It's much better to invest your energies into doing something spiritual, something creative, because this could be a spiritual awakening as well for many people with this conjunction. Jupiter will move into Aries on May the 10th until October the 28th. And Aries rules your 9th house. So during this time, you will get a little taste of what you might expect next year, where Jupiter will stay for the majority of 2023. However, while it stays in Aries in 2022, you will have a really strong desire for freedom, for freeing yourself from any limiting or restricting habits, routines, relationships even. You want to expand your horizons, your wisdom, your knowledge. You might question your life direction and whether you are on the right track or whether something needs to change. You might decide you want to enroll on a course of study to expand your knowledge. There could be also opportunities for meeting new people. You might redefine your life philosophy and your belief system. Now the nodes will shift into Taurus and Scorpio this year, and they will remain here until mid-2023. This is a huge shift of energy. We're moving away from Gemini and Sagittarius into stable, grounded earth sign Taurus, and transformational, powerful, intense Scorpio, the south node placement. So the North Node placement is where the focus is where the support you receive from the universe, and this is in your 10th house. So generally, in the next year and a half, when your North Node stays in your 10th house, the energies are really focused on your career life, on career advancements, professional life development, growth. And here you will really benefit from putting your energies into this area of your life. If you want to progress, if you want to grow something really meaningful and to really progress in your career life, now is the time to do it, especially with Jupiter moving into your 9th house. You might really be stimulated to move forward with your life, because Jupiter in the 8th house in the 9th house will give you a very optimistic outlook on life. And during the short period of time when it stays in the 9th house in Aries, you might really be stimulated to push forward with your career, or things might naturally come your way. Now with the South Node in the 4th house, on the other hand, this is a time when you might have to put more effort into improving your home sphere. If you're going to buy a property, which is not an ideal time when the South Node transits the 4th house, make sure that you check the history of the property. Try to avoid areas that are close, or even if you're going to rent a property, try to avoid areas that are close to any flood zones or earthquake faults. It's really important here with the 4th house South Node. Now, when it comes to the eclipses will be in also Taurus and Scorpio, where the nodes will be present. So we've got 2 eclipses in Taurus and 2 eclipses in Scorpio. The first one will be a solar eclipse on April the 30th, and then a lunar eclipse in Scorpio on May the 16th. And then again at the end of the year, October, November, we'll have eclipses in Scorpio and Taurus as well. So generally with the North Node eclipses, this is about the growth, this is about the future, the self-development, anything connected to your public life, professional life. You might change your public status as well, so perhaps get engaged or married, depending on other transits influencing your personal planets. With the South Node in the 4th house, or even the solar eclipse, this will be a time of some potentially new beginning with a solar eclipse in Scorpio, and that will be on October the 25th. However, with the South Node eclipse, solar eclipse, this is about moving away. So this will be a really great time with the South Node solar eclipse in Scorpio in October to move away from any destructive habits, routines, anything that affect your emotional inner safety and security, anything that affects the ability to build a solid home base, a solid family foundation, so to speak. Right, so while we are on the North Node as well, on the nodes and the eclipses, on the 26th of July we'll have a conjunction of the North Node and Uranus in Taurus. And this is especially important for you, dear Cancerians, because this will happen in your 10th house of career, and any careers connected to Uranus, so perhaps an independent career or something to do with technology, astrology, you might really experience some unexpected situations, events, or this could be a time of some recognition as well that you might receive. So that's the 26th of July. Mars will turn retrograde in Gemini on October the 30th until mid-January. And this is happening in your 11th house of friendships and group activities. So during this time, you might be reviewing your close relationships with others. So your friendships, your stand within your social circle, your long-term plans, long-term goals. Now, this is not really a good time for seeking too much recognition from any group activities. However, it's a good time for reviewing, reassessing. Things from the past might also come back into surface. This could be something to do with your friendships. This is something to do with any long-term goals or objectives for yourself. We will have 3 Mercury retrogrades, the full ones, and there will be 1 retrograde at the very end of the year on the 29th. But that will impact more your next year, the 2023. However, here 2022, we've got 3 full retrogrades happening in the air signs. And the air signs, these are the signs that are connected to your communication sphere, your social networking skills. but also your relationships, your marriage, your business partnerships as well. So you will be reviewing, reassessing. And this is especially important here when it comes to any personal relationships or marriage, business partnerships. Because, and this is already in January, because in 2023, Pluto will move here for a period of 20 years. And this will be huge. So as you review your relationships with others throughout the year, you will see major shift of energy, major changes, especially in your one-to-one relationships, and how you relate to others will also change, how you communicate with others. And on this note, I wish you a happy 2022. I hope it's a good year for you, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you and bye for now.